She said, my grandfather's not a child, and even kids can wait until Christmas. I told her that this Monday, when I finally get a day off, it's Christmas, whether she likes it or not. Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go over a story titled, My Girlfriend Left Me for Putting Up the Christmas Tree. And big shout out to Joseph for sending me this story. And guys, this story definitely is going to present you with the A-hole Girlfriend of the Year award. Actually, the selfish A-hole Girlfriend of the Year award. In this story, guys, you're going to see this guy ultimately kicks his girlfriend to the curb, and rightly so, after a situation arises. You see, this young guy here, he lives with his grandfather. He takes care of him. This grandfather took the place of his father because his father ran out when he was a kid and raised him. Problem is, Grandpa is on his last legs and probably won't make it to the end of the year. And this guy, because his grandfather loves Christmas so much, decides he wants to do a Christmas in the summertime type of thing so the grandfather can experience it one more time. Well, his girlfriend doesn't like that. So much so that she's like saying that pretty much he can wait. He's not a child. Really heartless type of crap because this guy's on his last legs. Unbelievable. You would think that any girlfriend that cared about their guy certainly would have a warm heart towards a kind, loving grandfather. Nope, not her. But you're going to see she gets what she deserves here. And it's definitely, on the one hand, it's a sad story, but it's also heartwarming how this guy is with his grandfather and all. And one can argue heartwarming what he does to this a-hole girlfriend of his. But anyhow, guys, you'll see more about this as I get into it. So it starts off, he says here, I was single-handedly raised by my grandfather. He is like a father to me. He did his best to give me a normal childhood in an effort to try and make up for my father not being there. My grandfather loves Christmas. He always made sure that we had the best day ever. We weren't well off, and most of his gifts were handmade. This made it even more special because he was very good at creating things from wood, and they were fascinating. He taught me everything I know, and I'm so grateful for that. We would bake cookies and make delicious dinner from scratch and sit by the fire doing puzzles. This grandfather sounds awesome. He did the best he could. Obviously, didn't have a whole lot of money, but he did the best he could, raised him well. This young guy's a good man here. You should take care of your family, if of course, they deserve it. And they're good to you. We still live together, and I'm the one taking care of him now. My girlfriend stays with us, and has been a year of that now. My grandfather has been unwell for a while, and he's only getting worse. The doctor does not think that he will make it until the end of the year. That's too bad. I'm very devastated, and I feel like my whole world is falling apart, but I'm trying to not show it. On a particular bad day for him, my grandfather asked me, is it Christmas yet? And when I said no, he continued to tell me how he can't wait for it, and how he would want to make me a bookshelf for all my books. He hasn't been able to make anything in years because of his arthritis. So Grandpa clearly is, maybe he has early form of dementia because he doesn't know, what time of the year it is. I mean, it's the summertime in this story, so clearly Grandpa doesn't know what's going on. And this young guy wants to do something for him. This conversation broke my heart, and on a whim I decided that we'll have a Christmas in July. This did not go well with my girlfriend. Why? She kept saying it was a waste of time, and that it's weird to want to act like it's Christmas when it's not. When I insisted and put up the tree and decorations inside the house, she called me crazy and threatened to leave. I'd be like, bye, bitch. Let me get this straight. You are such a cold Miss Grinch a-hole that I'm trying to do something nice for my grandfather, and you are throwing a fit about this and being insulting and rude and heartless? I mean, what the hell's wrong with this chick? Well, I can tell you guys, I guarantee you that this girl is jealous of all the attention this young guy is giving to his grandfather. And therefore, by doing this Christmas in July extravaganza, because this will probably be the last time he can celebrate it, she's jealous, and she's trying to sabotage it. Here's an example of just how selfish women can be. Does this mean they're all going to behave like this? Of course not, okay? If there's anybody a gal could have a warm heart for, is usually a loving, kind grandfather. But not in this case. But nothing surprises me here. But I like this. She threatens to leave. I'd be like, thank you for showing your true colors, honey. Get the fuck out. He goes on, he says here, she said my grandfather is not a child, and even kids can wait until Christmas. I told her that this Monday, when I finally get a day off, it's Christmas, whether she likes it or not. Good for this guy. And that guy, in that instance, should have kicked her to the curb. Right then and there. He doesn't need that in his life. And I might add, she's living with them, it sounds like, from time to time. Right? So, unbelievable. He said she could either choose to be part of it or she could do what she thinks is best for her, but I would love her support. Well, when I came back from work, she was gone, and so were her clothes. Well, there you go. He made it abundantly clear. Hey, do what's best for you. In other words, hey, you're not going to support me? Get the fuck out. She did him he got the best Christmas in July present ever, seeing her true colors. Now she's gone. And he's doing this great thing for his grandpa. But talk about an ice queen. As for my grandfather and I, we have already started watching Christmas movies together when I get back from work, and if he isn't in bed yet. I can't begin to explain just how much he loves it. I will get us silly matching pajamas and try to get some of his favorite things, wrap them up, and put them under the tree. I'll also make us a nice Christmas lunch and hopefully light up the fireplace if it's not too hot, which is so unlikely. Yeah, lighting up that fireplace in July is a bit much, dude, but unless you're living in, Alaska, or he's down in the South Pole, down in the Southern Hemisphere, but if you're up here, it's going to be pretty darn hot. You have to be blasting the air conditioner on 60 degrees and have the fire in the other room. Well, this is awesome. He's doing this for his grandfather, and she showed her true colors. It says, maybe I'm going crazy, but I just want to do this for us, even if it seems stupid. Merry Christmas. Now, here's a few comments here, then I'll get to part 2. Someone says here, sounds like the trash took itself out. To leave you just on something as small as this shows she doesn't give two shits about you or your grandfather. Enjoy the time left you have with him. Exactly. It's awesome he's doing this. And she showed her colors. Now, guys, this is from a woman. She says, woman here, let that girl go. I can't conceive someone who would be so heartless that a treasured family tradition in someone's last days is that bothersome to someone. In fact, you are letting him be a kid again, and that has to be a beautiful feeling for you at the end of his life. I'm so sorry you have to deal with someone so self-centered and opinionated to even bring you down at this time. I would be so supportive if this was my significant other's grandpa. Gosh, I'd give anything for another Christmas with my grandfather. Doesn't matter what month it was. Exactly. This is from a woman, but she seems like she's a little puzzled what's going on here. And I would willing to bet a lot of money his girlfriend, the selfish a-hole that she is pissed because he dedicates so much time and attention to his grandfather, who he should, and not her. So this is her showing her ways. Another guy says, she gave you the best Christmas present you could ever get. She showed you who she truly is, and you're rid of her. Please don't take her back if she gets in touch in the future. She has no compassion or empathy. I hope you have a wonderful celebration with your grandfather, and that he goes peacefully when time comes. It's sweet you can make his last days as happy as you can. Absolutely do not take this freaking psycho Miss Grinch a-hole back. No way. Now it provides an update as to what's going on. The first post was like 4 months ago, and this one came about just a few days ago. He says, when I wrote my original post, I was going through a lot of emotions. I felt a bit insane for insisting on having a Christmas in the middle of the year just to make my grandfather happy. I was glad when a lot of people validated my feelings in the post. The encouragement uplifted my spirit. Dude, you're not insane. I think you're awesome. I think that's freaking cool. If I was in those shoes, I would have done the same thing. And if I knew somebody was doing that for their grandpa, and let's just say they wanted to throw a Christmas in July party, like, pretend it's Christmas for him, I'd go. Hell, I'm not wearing that stupid matching pajamas. I draw the line there. But I'd show up and I'd wear a Santa Claus hat. I'd come to that Christmas in July party for Grandpa. Grandpa sounds awesome. He says here, sadly, my grandfather died from sudden cardiac arrest a few days ago. That's too bad. I know that he did not have long to live, but I did not think that it would be so soon. In a manner that my heart was not prepared for. I've been trying my best to keep myself busy with everything, but last night in bed, I cracked and cried for the first time in a long time. So, his gut told him to definitely throw him. It was the right move to throw that party, throw the Christmas in July thing, because Grandpa passed. And by the way, I was wrong. This post came... It was a while ago. It wasn't 4 months ago, because 4 months ago would be, April or something. Or May. I don't know what the hell this is. April, May, June, July, August. Back in April. Anyway, he says, the only thing that makes me feel a bit better is remembering how happy he was in the Christmas morning. I will never forget the look on his face and his overall demeanor. He had so much life in him, and to my surprise, he smiled mischievously, took off his wedding band, and gifted it to me as a Christmas present. I do not remember ever seeing him take it off before my entire life. I think he knew, and he gave it to you. And I'm sure he was thinking, don't give it to that harpy that just is now out of your life. It was a sobering moment, but it was also a memory that I will forever hold close to my heart. It meant the absolute world to me. We had such a great day. I did not want it to end. Now, it's like my whole entire world came crashing down. I feel so alone. I do, however, appreciate that I was lucky enough to have had him in my life. Yeah, most people can't have that kind of closeness with a family member. That's awesome. I had a really special bond with my grandmother. She was that cool, and I'd love to do a Christmas with her again. She was freaking awesome, but I only had my grandma because grandpa died in 1972 before I was born, and then my dad's parents were way too old, so I never saw them. But she made up kind of like for all of them that I didn't get. So, of course, she'd do that for a loved one in the family that was that great to you. But, guys, just an example to show you how selfish some of these gals are nowadays. And I still stick to the fact that she was pissed because he was getting the attention, not her, one of those assholes. So I'm going to say this, that he absolutely should never take her back. Block her number, block everything, social media and all. Never take her back. So, guys, for you relationship guys out there, and this is kind of becoming like a teaching video showing an example, you got a gal that's that selfish in one way or another, cut them loose. It's not worth it. You need someone that has your support. And this is a aging, dying grandfather, and she can't have that kind of compassion. This is everything you need to know. Can you imagine what she'd be like as a mother? Good Lord. So, all right, guys, it's a quick one, but I thought it'd be a good one to go over here real quick. That is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this one. Also, guys, you come across a really good story, by all means, email it to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. Just give me some time to get to it, and I will later on down the road. I get tons of these things all the time, and it takes me some time to get to them. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.